Good afternoon, or whatever time you are watching this. Good morning, good evening. And my name is Brenda Zeckmeister, and I am an instructor with Let's Get Physical, which is an initiative of Price Hill Will for health and wellness. And we are located in Price Hill, Cincinnati, Ohio. So these classes are being offered for free, but if you would like to support them, you can always click on the donate button that should be in the description of this class. If you have any questions on that, you can always reach out to me. So today I thought I would do another chair yoga class. There was some interest in that last week. And so we will be doing some of the same poses, but I wanted to introduce a couple of new ones as well. So I'm going to go ahead and sit in my chair, as you can see, the chair for chair yoga. And some of the props that I have brought with me today are a small footstool. You can use either a small footstool, or you can use a yoga block or two, or you can use maybe a couple of books stacked upon each other. I also will be using a pillow, so I like to use kind of a soft, squishy, thick pillow. So if you have one of those, or if you don't have a thick one, maybe get a couple of thinner ones. And I don't think we'll be using this today, but just in case the spirit moves me, a yoga strap or a belt. And so those are our props for today. So, so these chair yoga classes can be done, if you are familiar with yoga, you can always modify them and do them on your mat. I won't be demonstrating too much of how to do it on the mat because I want to really focus on the chair. You could even do it from an easy chair, although if you could have a more harder surface, firmer surface, that would be better. But if you just want to do it from your easy chair, you could certainly do most of the poses from your easy chair. So if you have a stool or a yoga block, let's just go ahead and put our feet up on there. Just helps to maybe make you a little bit more relaxed and everything to start out with. And I'm sitting away from the back of my chair. I'm not leaning against my chair, although certainly feel free to do that if you wish. So I am going to start with just some breathing. So last week I introduced the three-part breath, and this week I want to introduce alternate nostril breathing. So alternate nostril breathing is an exercise that balances both sides of the body, both sides of the brain, and it can also be used to reduce anxiety if you're getting ready to visit a doctor, or if you're just plain feeling anxious during these times. This is a great one to do. So we're going to start out by just looking at my hand, and I'm going to bring my forefinger and my middle finger down into my palm. And so as much as I'm able, I'm keeping the ring finger and the baby finger out, as well as my thumb. And so what I'm going to do, just watch here first, and I'm just going to talk us through this first. And so we'll start out with just breathing out, and then press your thumb against one nostril and close that nostril, and then breathe in through the opposite side, and then retain the breath and close off that nostril that you just breathed into and open up the other one and breathe out through the one you just opened. Take a breath in through there. Take your thumb and close off that side and open up the other side, and breathe out the opposite side. We'll breathe in on that side. Close off that side and open up the other one with your thumb and breathe out. And so that's just kind of the premise of it. And I'm going to just start by using right and left, just to make it easier than saying one side and then the other. So I'm using my right hand. So if you're left-handed, just substitute the word right for left, okay? So we're just going to start out on the right side. So again, just bringing your forefinger and your middle finger down into your palm and leaving the ring finger and the baby finger out as well as your thumb. And so just breathe out. Close off your right nostril and leave the left one open. And breathe into the left nostril. Retain that breath. Put your ring finger and baby finger against the left nostril and open up the right and breathe out. Breathe into the right nostril. Close it off with your thumb and open up the left nostril and breathe out. Breathe into the left nostril. Retain, close off the left one, open up the right, and breathe out. Breathe into the right nostril. Retain, close off the right nostril with the thumb, and open up the left nostril, and breathe out. Open up the left, or breathe into the left. Close it off with your fingers, open up the right, and breathe out. And then just return your breath back to normal. And so let's just do that for several breaths with our eyes closed. I'll start us off, and then we'll just do it on our own. And then I have my little yoga symbols that I will use to chime, just like that, when it's time to bring ourselves back. So, make yourself comfortable. Maybe close your eyes. And then prepare your fingers, bringing your ring finger and your baby finger down to your forefinger and your middle finger down to your palm, leaving the other two fingers out. Take a breath out. Place your thumb on your right nostril. Breathe in through the left. Close off the left. Open up the right and breathe out. Breathe into the right. Close it off. Open up the left and breathe out. And just do this at your own pace. Breathing into the left side and so forth. So go ahead and finish, making sure you've breathed equally through both sides of your nostrils or both sides of your nose. And so just notice how you feel. As I mentioned, this is a great practice to do to ease any tension, any anxiety that you might be feeling. And the goal is to slow the breath down. And so eventually what you want to do is breathe in for 8 counts, retain the breath for 8 counts, and then breathe out for 8 counts. But in the beginning, you might just do it for 4 counts, and maybe just a little short retention, and then breathing out for 4 counts, and then gradually just increasing. So if you have any questions on that, feel free to post it in the comments, and then I can get back with you later on that. So otherwise, let's just begin our asana practice. Asana means seated pose, and as I mentioned earlier, we're doing our seated poses today on our chair. So just relax your hands on your chair, on your thighs, and close your eyes. And again, just tune into your breath. Breathing in for 4 counts, and breathing out for 4 counts. Letting your body relax, releasing any tension. Let your mind relax, letting go of any to-do lists that you might have. Just stilling the mind. And so as you still the mind and relax the body, just take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Finding a word or a phrase that you can use as your mantra as you go throughout your practice. If you prefer, you could also dedicate your practice, maybe to a loved one or to those who are working hard to alleviate all the symptoms and the stress of the coronavirus, working on the front lines. And as you go throughout your practice, if you're dedicating this practice to them, just think of that person or that group of people with each pose that you do. So from in here, breathing out, just bring your chin down to your chest and keep your shoulders relaxed. Let go of any tension that you might be holding in the back of your neck and through your shoulders. And then go ahead and bring your hands down to either side of the chair. And as you inhale, roll the head over to the one side. And you might even just let your fingers or your hands relax at your sides. Try to keep your shoulders from hunching up and just feel that nice stretch on the other side of your neck. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bring it back to center. And on the next breath, roll the head over to the other side. Again, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And then exhaling, bring it back to center. As you breathe in, bring your chin back up. Take your one hand in front of you, bring it about chest height, and put the opposite elbow in there. And then as you breathe in, bring it across your body and look over the other shoulder. And just take some nice deep breaths, breathing all the way into that shoulder blade area. Feel it expand with each breath. And then as you exhale, go ahead and release. And we'll bring the other hand out, palm face up. Put the other elbow in, bring it across the body and look over in the other direction. The same direction as the elbow in the arm direction. Breathing here, again, breathing into that shoulder blade, really opening it up, releasing any tightness. And then on your next breath, bringing everything forward, and exhale, release. From here, bring your feet over to the other side of your chair, and we're going to hold on to the back of the chair as you're looking over in the other direction, sitting up nice and tall, getting a nice twist here. If you want, you can walk your hands further, deeper into the back of the chair, getting a tighter twist here. And then walk your hands back and bring yourself back to facing that side of the chair. And then we'll go ahead and walk our feet over to the other side of the chair. Put your hands on the back of the chair, looking over, again, the front side of the chair. And then if you can, just walk your hands further back along the back of that chair, getting a deeper twist. And then walk your hands back to where they were originally, and walk your feet back to the front of the chair. From here, we're going to bring our legs out nice and wide. And if you have a block or a stool, I want you to place it on the inside of your one foot here. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring the body forward first. Your hands are on your thighs. And so you're supporting your upper body with your hands and your arms. And so maybe you only go just part way. And then as you relax, you can go deeper into the pose. And then turn your body into the direction of the leg where the block is. And you can either hold your hands on the thigh, or you can rest your body down on the thigh and put your hands on the block. And so you're going to get a nice stretch through the opposite hip there. So try to keep that sit bone seated on the chair. And then we're going to take the block and slide it over to the other foot. And again, you can either have your hands up on your other thigh there or down on the block. And so you're trying to get a nice stretch into the opposite hip, so keep that sit bone connected. And then slide the block back to the center, relaxing there. And then as you inhale, press down through the block. Perhaps put your hands on your thighs and press yourself the rest of the way up. So now that we got a nice little hip opener here, let's do what we call eagle pose. And so for eagle pose, bring yourself to the edge of your chair. And again, I'm going to use right and left just to make it easier in describing this. So let's cross the right leg over the left. And you can either just stay here with your foot loose, or you can tuck that foot behind your calf and kind of walk that left foot in more towards the center of your body. And you're going to sit up nice and tall. Bring your arms straight out and cross your right arm over your left. And then bend at the elbows. And again, crisscross your your arms so that your palms are pretty much together. I mean, they're not exactly together. Your fingertips are probably of your left hand are right below the bottoms of your right fingers. And we're sitting up nice and tall, and just breathe here. We're letting go of any tightness through the shoulders and through the hips. And so whatever that intention was that you set, go ahead and breathe into that intention. Notice if anything comes up. We're balancing both sides of our body. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, start with just releasing your hands and then your arms. And then if you have your foot tucked behind your leg, release that and bring that foot down. And so let's just sit here in the stillness just for a moment with your hands resting on your thighs, sitting up tall, close your eyes, and bring awareness into your body and how it feels, any sensations. I always like to take a moment sometimes between some different poses just to check in with the body. So we're going to do the other side today, or right now. So walking that right foot more towards the center, cross your left leg over there. Again, you can just keep the foot free, or you can tuck it behind the thigh. And then sitting up tall, bring your arms out and cross your left arm over your right one at the elbow, bend at the elbow, and then cross them again. And so now your right fingertips are below the bottoms of the left fingertips. So sitting up tall, breathing into your eagle. And so you might even breathe into the qualities of an eagle that you would like to bring into your life. You know, they talk about, the majesty of an eagle, the beauty, or maybe some of the skills that an eagle has. Just think of everything that you resonate with the eagle. Breathing into those qualities. I'll take one more breath. And on your next breath, release your hands and then release your arms. Release the foot and then release the leg. And again, put your hands on your thighs and just relax and notice how you feel. So the next pose we're going to do is we're going to do the hero series here. And we're going to start out by turning to the right and placing your right foot so that it's your ankle is right directly beneath your knee. And then we're just going to move the left leg back. To move my props out of the way here. And so you're kind of sitting, maybe if you're taller, this may be a little bit easier. For me, I'm not so long, so I'm more towards the edge of my chair. For some people, like the picture that I saw online, the woman her full body was sitting draped over the chair, but I'm vertically challenged. So we want to try to keep both of our feet planted on the floor as much as possible. And even this is kind of challenging for me because of my height. So if it is, feel free to maybe be up on your toes on the left leg, on that back leg. But trying to root down as much as you can through both feet. And we're going to turn the body as much as you can to face that bent leg. And then as you breathe in, go ahead and bring your arms straight out. And just stretch it out, pressing down through your feet and stretching out, extending towards the ceiling, breathing into it. And so a hero pose is all about bringing in strength into your body, courage. And so breathe into those qualities. Taking one more breath here, and as you exhale, go ahead and open up your arms into like a goalpost. And I'll just turn sideways here so you can see, but you're facing over your knee. So you don't want your arms down like that. If you can help it, if you can, bring them up, because that'll really strengthen through your upper back. And we want the arms, we don't want them like this, we want them brought back so that you're really strengthening through your upper back here. And then you're opening up through your collarbones and through your heart space. Taking one more breath here. And then as you exhale, go ahead and let your arms come down. And so we're going to turn that left foot out slightly. So be very careful of your hip here. We want to now face the front. And we're going to bring our arms up into a T. And then look again in the same direction as you looked before for Hero 1. This is Hero 2. And so we're trying to press down into the floor with our feet, stretching out through our arms. Remember your intention. And then turning your right palm upwards, inhale it up towards the ceiling, and the other hand comes down. This is exalted hero. So exalting maybe whoever you're dedicating this practice to. Or maybe you're exalting yourself. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and come back to Hero 2. We're going to take a bend at the elbow, so it's like at a 90-degree angle, and place your forearm on top of your thigh. And the other one can either go straight up like so. If you wish, you can just place it on your hip. You can bring it behind your back and tuck your fingers into your hip crease, and this really opens up the front of the body. Or I'm giving you lots of options here. We're just going to stretch that arm up over the head. So either one, whatever feels good to you. Again, we're trying to keep pressing down through our feet, stretching it out. Let's take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, bring it back to Hero 2. Take one more breath. Breathing out, relax your hands down. And begin to just bend that left knee. We want to be very careful. Bring that foot in, and then walk your feet back to center and face the front again. So again, we're going to bring our feet wide. And we're going to grab the block again, or perhaps your stool, or your stack of books. And so your block can be flat like so. It can be up like that, or it can be vertical. We're just using the block to bring ourselves, the floor, closer to ourselves and reaching the floor. So just place the block kind of wherever it lands, and you want it to be center. And we're just going to place our hands evenly on the block. And you want to press down into the block. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows and begin to relax forward. Letting your head come down, you want to bring the top of your head to face the floor. And so another modification you can make if you don't want to use your block, you can hold on to either ankle. Maybe pressing your arms against the insides of your shins there. And just shake your head out, yes and no.
to release any tightness that you might be holding in your neck and your shoulders. Just let gravity help you out, letting go. And so bringing it back to stillness. If your hands are at your ankles, go ahead and walk them back to the block. And then we're going to press down into the block and bring your hands onto your thighs. Press down to bring your body back up. From here, we're going to turn the left foot out, and the right foot, that is going to be your back foot, and it's going to be sort of angled at an angle here so that your hips can face towards your knee. Again, we want this knee to be bent, and we're going to inhale, bring the arms up. So, hero 1, pressing down through the feet, stretching out through your fingertips. Breathing in strength and courage. Because we are heroes. Sometimes it's not big ways, it can be little ways. Particularly for your children. Children often see their parents as heroes. And then as you exhale, open up the arms to the goalpost. Remember to keep your upper arms parallel to the floor as much as you can, opening up through your collarbones, looking straight ahead. Feel that openness in your heart. Because as a hero, we want to be loving and compassionate in everything that we do. Breathing into that. Let's take one more breath. And then as you breathe out, relax your hands. And we're going to turn the torso to face forward. That back foot is going to go out a little bit to be more perpendicular. We want to keep it as straight as you can. The left knee is still right over the ankle. Breathing in, bring your arms up at a T and look over your left arm. Hero 2. And so we're breathing, still breathing all those qualities of a hero and remembering your intention. From here, turn your left palm upward, and as you inhale, bring it up towards the ceiling, and the other hand goes down. Exalted hero. And whatever hero in your life you would like to exalt. Celebrate. Breathing into that. And then as you exhale, come back to hero 2. Bending at the elbow, making that right degree. Exhale, bring that forearm down onto the thigh. And whatever you did with your other arm on the other side, do the same thing here. And so when you're in this pose, you want to keep your body facing the front as much as possible. And by the front, I mean probably wherever you have your screen. We just don't want it collapsing like that towards the floor. So stretching out through that back leg. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale that breath, kind of windmill to come back to hero 2. Breathing here. And then as you exhale, go ahead and relax your hands and bend that back leg. Bring it in and walk your feet back to center. And again, legs out wide. So I'm going to come more to the edge of my chair here. So again, our block is in the center, or the stool, or the stack of books. We're going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, hinge forward and bring your hands to the block. So with your hands pressing down into the block, I want you to move the left hand to be right directly underneath your face. And again, you don't want to sink into your wrist. You want to press down through the pad of your hands right below your fingertips here, right beneath the knuckles, so that you're activating all the muscles in your arm. And then from here, bring the right arm up and look over to the side. Taking one more breath. And then exhale, bring the right hand down where the left was, pressing down into the pad of the hand. Inhale the other arm up. And then exhaling, bring it back to center. Evenly space your hands again. Bend your elbows and relax again. Maybe shaking out your neck, shaking out your head, letting go of any tightness. And then when you feel complete, bring it into stillness. Straighten your arms. Bring your hands on your thighs. And gently bring yourself back up. And let's walk the feet back to center. From here, put your feet on the block or on the stool or on the stack of books and kind of come to the edge, the outside edge of your feet here, so that the soles of your feet are facing each other and your knees are out. And we just want to wiggle back and forth here like a butterfly. Ideally, if you could, you would be holding on to your ankles, but that's a little bit, it may not be possible. And then just let them relax. Want to relax through your inner thighs, through your hips. If you had your hands on your ankles, coming back up, let's bring the knees back together, bring your soles of your feet to rest on your block. And so on this one, you can either have your feet on the block or you can have your feet flat on the floor. And again, I'm going to use right and left. So take your right arm out, place it across, and put it on your left thigh, on the outside of your left thigh. We're going to sit up tall. Bring your left arm up, and as you exhale, just kind of drape it across the back of your chair. And get a nice twist here. Breathing in, lengthening through your spine, and then breathing out, looking a little bit deeper. And then on your next breath, bring your gaze forward and release. And so we'll take the left hand, place it on the outside of the right thigh. The right arm goes up. Exhale, drape it across the back of your chair. And do the same thing here, lengthening with each in-breath. And then exhaling, looking deeper. As you breathe in again, bring your gaze forward. And exhale, release. So for the next one, let's grab our pillows. And again, we want this to be kind of a nice thick pillow. And I'm going to try to fold mine in half. And place it, I'm going to place it like so that it's, the bottom of it is resting at the sacrum area, and it's right in the center of my back. And you can kind of scoot up and lean against it, and then bring your arms behind the back of your chair and just relax your head. And so just getting a little bitty back bend here. If you wish to also get an opening through the front of your body all the way down to your feet, you can put your feet up on the block and again bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees drop out. And just relax. Take a few more breaths here. Feel that openness through the front of the body. From here, go ahead and bring your arms out. If your knees were out, bring them back in. And you can release your pillow. So I'm going to sit sideways, but you don't need to sit sideways. I just want to sit sideways so that I can show you what I'm going to be doing. We're going to be doing our cows and our cats. And so you want your feet to be kind of spaced so that your feet and your knees and your hip bones are pretty much in alignment. And you want to be away from the back of your chair so that you have some movement, some space to move here. And we're just going to place the hands on top of the thighs. And then to go into cow, we're just going to kind of bring the head back and bring the chest out. And then as you exhale, round the back and bring your chin in towards your chest. And then just alternate here, following the rhythm of your own breath. Breathing into your cow, and then breathing out into cat. And really feel this nice stretch here. Let's do one more set. When you finished your cat, just bring it back with your nice, tall, straight spine. So from here, we're going to do a forward bend. And there's a couple ways that we can do this. If you're not very flexible and you want some support for your upper part of your body, grab a pillow and put it on top of your thighs, and maybe even put your feet up on a block. And so that brings your thighs in closer to your body. And so you can then just relax forward, let your arms either hang in front of you or down at your sides. If you're not using your pillow, just go ahead and bring your chest down onto your thighs and relax your arms forward. Let your head just kind of hang. If you're on your pillow, it might feel better to cross your arms and let your head rest on your arms. And just breathe into your back. You want to feel all the muscles in your back expanding with each breath. Try not to hold on any tension, just let it go. And perhaps as you let go, you can go deeper into the pose. We'll take a couple more breaths. Remember your intention. And then to come out of the pose, we're just going to walk the hands up towards the midsection of the body. Nice and easy, nice and slow, bringing yourself up out of the pose. So from here, let's bring our bodies closer to the edge of the chair. Maybe scoot the block out a little bit, or your stool. And we're just going to let the knees go over to one side, and you can either hold on to your chair here, or if you're scooted back, and you can reach your arms back by your chair, the back of your chair. You can put your arms on the backs of your chairs and look over to the other side. So this is another kind of a twist. So we did 3 different kinds of twists today, bringing balance into both sides of our bodies. Twists are really nice for the spine and helps us to kind of release anything that we want to let go of. Let's take one more breath here. And as you exhale that breath, bring your knees back to center. And we're going to lower the knees, bring the knees over to the other side and look over in the opposite direction. Again, recalling your intention and releasing anything that might be remaining that you want to let go of. Taking one more breath. Exhale, bring it back to center and release your arms. And so for this next one, I am going to do a demonstration for those who are doing a practice on the mat. If you do have a chair that is handy, I'm going to show what to do. You want to lay down and place your legs like so on your chair, and then just bring your body down to relax. If you're not able to get down on the floor, we can still get our legs elevated. Ideally, we want to get them as high as possible. So I'm going to do kind of a combination here. I'm going to do like building blocks. I'm going to have my stool and my block and my pillow. So if you have all 3, feel free to do the same thing and just go ahead and rest your legs there. And so it's just a way, ideally we want to have our legs as high as possible. If you're in a reclining chair, just go ahead and, pull that lever or push that button to get the footrest up. And we're just going to relax here for a moment. This is something that you can even do in bed by grabbing some extra pillows and laying down. You can stack the pillows just like this underneath your calves and get your legs elevated there. And it's really nice for alleviating any swollen ankles. And just feels good. It feels good on the back. And so while we're here, let's do some point and flexes with the feet. So pointing the toes, we're just going to feel this nice stretch through the tops of the legs. And then as we flex the feet, we feel that stretch into the calves. So let's just do a couple alternating at your own pace. And then rotate the feet in circles. This is great for circulation. And then whenever you feel complete in this direction, go in the other direction. And then just relax them. And so we'll just take a few breaths here, breathing into that intention or that dedication, sending good energy. And so from here, I'm going to give you the option of either staying right where you are or going ahead and shifting to make yourself comfortable for Savasana. So if you're lying on the ground, you can either keep your legs elevated or just bring yourself straight out into Savasana. If you're sitting in a chair, you can keep your feet up. Or if you wish, just remove all the props to the one side and let your feet be on the floor and make yourself comfortable. If you had socks off and you want to put socks back on, take a moment to do that. And so just as you make yourself comfortable here, I'm just going to mention one more time about Price Hill Will. Price Hill Will is a nonprofit organization in Cincinnati that is providing this Let's Get Physical series as a health and wellness initiative in the neighborhood. And now, through virtual reality, we're able to reach people anywhere in the world if we would like, and if people around the world would like. So if you're on the other side of the globe, welcome. If you're here in Cincinnati, welcome. And so there is a donate button that is connected here. So just feel free to tap on that if you'd like to support it. Otherwise, it's our gift to you. So making yourself comfortable for Savasana. You can lean back on your chair if you're seated in your chair. And just close your eyes. We're just going to maintain that nice, even breath that we've had. And let's bring awareness, starting with the feet. I've been starting with the head, and so let's just change it up and start with the feet. So just let the feet relax wherever they are. Feel the bottoms of your feet relaxing into the earth if you're sitting down. Relax your toes and your heels and the tops of your feet. And then we're just going to bring that relaxation through the ankles into the lower legs. And let go of any tightness that you might be feeling in your calves and in your shins. And soften your knees. Relax your thighs, letting go of any tightness in the quads and your hamstrings. Just feel your sit bones or your hips sinking deeper into the earth. Relax your glutes. And soften in that space in between the hip bones. Bring that relaxation into your lower back, all the way up into your upper back. Letting go of any tension, just let it roll right off your shoulders and away from your body. And feel waves of relaxation just gently flowing down your arms and all the way out through your hands, fingers, and thumbs. And let the front part of your body relax. Release any tightness in your belly and across your chest, opening up your collarbones, your throat, relaxing all the muscles in your neck and around your jaw. Relax your face. Let your mouth relax, maybe parting your lips. Relax your tongue, your cheeks, and your eyes. And just let all the lines in your forehead just soften and relax all the way up into the crown of your head. And so we'll just remain in this relaxed position for a few moments in the silence. So gently bring your awareness back into this space, making any subtle movements like wiggling the toes, rotating the feet around the ankles, and wiggle your fingers, rotating your hands around your wrists. And then taking your time, bring your knees into your chest if you're lying down, gently rocking side to side. If you're seated where you are, just stay right where you are. If you're lying down, bring yourself to rest on your right side. And so let's just take another moment in relaxation, just to bring awareness into the body of all the areas that maybe feel a little bit more open now. Notice how that energy maybe can move more freely through the body. All around us are these beautiful signs of spring, of new life coming forward, new energy. And as we move through this pandemic, we just know that life goes on and that there's going to be new life, new ways of being, new ways of doing things as we come out of this. And it's going to be good. I just feel it. So just feel that. Just feel that and know that. And so if you're lying down, go ahead and gently push yourself back up so that now everybody is in a seated position. And we're just going to close with one Om, just to connect with all that vibration, all that energy that's all around us. So again, you can keep your eyes closed. Together, we'll just let go of the breath that we're on. Take a nice cleansing breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. And then take another deep breath to Om. And as that sound vibration goes out, bring your palms together at your heart center and recall once more the intention, your dedication that you started out with. Breathing into that and sending these good vibrations outward. The light in me sees and honors the light in each one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Again, my name is Brenda Zechmeister. We do this yoga series every day except Friday and Saturday. So if Friday and Saturday you would like to catch one of the other sessions that maybe you missed, just go to the video section on the Let's Get Physical page and look up all the other videos that have been done, and maybe you can do one of those. Until then, Sunday at 9 a.m., Stacy will be doing a little yoga class at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, and either Christina or I will be doing Monday at 5. Not sure yet, so I'll see you the next time. Take care, and happy Easter, happy Passover.